jest ten jej kabel, czy to jest ten twój kabel?
To jest ten mój.
To nie działa?
Nie.
Czyli do wyrzucenia.
Tak.
To jest ten jej kabel, czy to jest ten twój kabel?
To jest ten mój. Okay, so 10 minutes left of qualifying and we have a yellow flag. I don't know where that is. But at the moment we have Harrison leading by 3/10 to Judo, and then comes NS Ilter a second behind Peter Harrison. Then we have Stephen Lan in the Ferrari, 1.4 seconds off of Harrison, and then we have Cruz and Baronchik. Vince, Alex Cruz, Baronchik, Peter Unt. 1.6 seconds down, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds down, and 2.2 seconds down. Then we have another non-Ferrari car, which is Victor Ocon in P9, 2.3 seconds down of Peter Harrison. And to complete the top 10 is Liam Grundman. Coming on to the GT3s now, we have the Lexus of El Limpio, and then Ralph Richards, Thomas Shabilski, who's in the pits, Choi Mino, who's on his outlap in the barrier, Leonardo Liparelli in the Mercedes, flashing going down the straight, with the Team WRT BMW right behind him. What is going on there with Nicolo Barcoli? No, we're on board with Nicolo Barcoli, but something's going on with the Porsche and the Ferrari. And then we have Chris Ramsey, who's up on his time in Sector 1. Someone's now joined. It is the Cadillac of Sergio Salceda. Let's just ride on board with Chris Ramsey for this lap. He is down in the second sector. The time to beat is a 1:52.0. Sorry, 151.8. Fastest goes Limpio. Chris Ramsey with the fastest first, and then not so good in the second sector. Something must have happened there. So he crosses the line and sets a 53.5. That's his best third sector, but he's going on another lap. We still have a yellow flag. No idea who that's from. Chris Ramsey going into turn 1 and 2. There's another yellow flag. Okay, it does not show who the yellow flag is, but most drivers on their outlap. El Limpio's up on his time though, 3 tenths in the first sector and then a 10th in the second sector, a 10th down in the second sector, sorry. He's going to get the slipstream from the Iron Lynx Lamborghini down the back straight into Parabolica, the Lamborghini of, I believe that is Barcaroli, letting him through. Indeed it is Barcaroli. Can El Limpio improve? We've got 6 minutes left of quali. El Limpio crosses the line and sets a 51.5. Ralph Richard on his lap, he's a second down with traffic. Thomas Przybylski on his outlap, he's gonna start his flying lap now. Choi Minho in the pits. That's the yellow flag. Leonardo Liparelli is sat right by pit exit. Nicolo Barcaroli, obviously we were riding on board with him just a few seconds ago. He's 4 tenths down on his lap, on P1's lap, but it is a sector best for the Italian going into Lasmo 1 now, letting past the Porsche hypercar of I believe that is no flap. I believe that was Grundman, and now we have the Ferrari of Cruz overtaken. No, it's not Cruz. It was NS Ilta passing Nicolo Barcaroli, who's up on his time. Barcaroli is he's got 2 sector bests for himself. Obviously not on the session because he's 1.3 seconds down in sector 2. But will he improve? Crosses a line with a 56.4. He does not. He does improve. No, he doesn't. Sorry, no, he doesn't. El Limpio on his outlap. Ralph Richard 7 tenths down in sector 1. Don't know why he's flashing, coming out of Lesmo 2 down to Ascari. Thomas Przybylski, something happened in sector 1 which caused him to be 12.3 seconds down in the first sector. And Choi Minho in the pits, and Leonardo Liparelli right behind the Corvette driver, with Vint right behind him. Is he going to send it down the inside? Yes, he is. Leonardo Liparelli playing it cautious, trying not to impede the Ferrari's lap time. The Ferrari's lap, sorry. Hit down the inside. Yes, he is. Leonardo Liparelli playing it cautious. What have we just seen there? The Aston Martin is taking out everyone, or maybe that is the Porsche who didn't load incorrectly. Leonardo Liparelli just sending it into the Aston Martin, cutting Ascari fully. I don't know what's going on here. We've got 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Leonardo Liparelli does not have a tyre. The Porsche's just going into the back of the Aston Martin, and it is chaos. It is chaos. And that's Rens Lumen in the Aston Martin, who hasn't loaded incorrectly in the Le Mans Ultimate Porsche, which was causing the mayhem. I don't think he has a front right tyre, as he is leaning onto the right hand side. We've only got 2 minutes left of quali. You should have just returned to garage. But we're going to ride on board with Chris Ramsey. 1.9 seconds down on El Limpio. Letting past the Ferrari, who goes straight on. Chris Ramsey had a very bad first sector. He is 8 tenths down on El Limpio. So we're not going to ride on board with Chris Ramsey anymore, but instead we're going to go to El Limpio on his final flying lap. We have a yellow flag somewhere. Not telling me where. But yeah, 60 seconds left of this qualifying session with El Limpio on predicted pole. He's got a pole by 7 tenths on Ralph Raichard in the BMW, and Barcaroli 8 tenths down on El Limpio, who sets a fastest first sector of the session with a 0.002 delta. Coming out of Lesmo 1, had the really shady exit. There's a car just sat on the outside. I believe that's Ralph Raichard in front of El Limpio. Yes, it is. He is up on his lap time, but still a tenth and a half off of El Limpio's fastest first sector. Told one Josh. El Limpio down on his lap time in sector 2. He needs a really good exit out of Parabolica to extend his lead. Crosses the line and sets a 52.0. His pole time is a 51.5, so he does not beat it. But Matteo Hermann goes P1 in the hypercar class. Judo down as lap time. Vince is in the pits. El Ilta, I believe he has finished his lap. Stephen Lan in the pits. Victor Ocon just finished his lap. Alex Cruz is in the pits. Peter Hunt. Noel Hogel is on track. He's the one who's caused the okay. What have I just seen? But yeah, that is the end of the qualifying session. We have an hour race in a few minutes. There is still someone out on track. I do not know who that is. dobrze. Chyba dać na półkę. Tylko, że nie ma miejsca na Porsche.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Gdzie C60 radny jeszcze tu jest,
Tak.
ten czerwony.
Czyli mam 3962? Czy tylko jedno? So the starting order for this race is Matteo Hermann and Peter Harrison on the front row, and Jude in P3, Vince in P4, locking out the second row. Then it's NS Ilter and Stephen Lan in row 3. We've got 5 seconds left, so I have to be quick. Victor Ocon and Alex Cruz in row 4. Can this speed up a bit? Peter Hunt and Liam Grundman on the 5th row. Noel Hogel and Mateusz Novak finishing row 6, and then Ingo Schweigel and Victor Dedicated Gamer on the 7th row. Sergio Salceda and Jonathan Frankel in the BMW number 20, and then Nicholas Adalbert and Kuta Punch finishing off the hypercar starting grid, but I won't have enough time to show you the GT3 starting grid because the formation lap has started. Matteo Hermann flashing his lights. Yeah, coming up to the start finish line now. It's a very there's not much there's not much of a variety of cars in this race, as mostly there's Ferraris, but someone has a Matteo Hermann has a drive-through penalty. We see a Ferrari spinning off in the background. A Peugeot is all over the place, sending multiple cars into the barrier. Matteo Hermann cuts the second corner, lets by Jude and Peter Harrison, trying not to get too harsh of a track limit penalty, as it is the first lap and he does have a drive-through. But Jude is leading the race in front of Peter Harrison, Matteo Hermann and Vince, Stephen Lan, Liam Grundman, Enes Ilter in P7, Alex Cruz, Peter Hunt and Mateusz Novak in P10. Leo Lavasseur overtaking Mateusz Novak, and I believe Peter Hunt going wide there, or that might be Liam Grundman in the Porsche. Is he going to go for a move on the Ferrari of Enes Ilter? Yes, he is. Nearly taking out the Ferrari of... Nearly taking out the Ferrari of Enes Ilter, but this is an epic battle. Vince and Enes Ilter side by side. My keyboard just fell, but I don't care. Let me pick it up. So this is a very, very interesting first lap with, I believe, more than like 3 DNFs already, as that turn 1 was chaos. Liam Grundman sending it on and I believe it was Peter Hunt. Yes, it was Peter Hunt in the Peugeot. Theo Toto following behind, 1.6 second gap between them. Judo and Peter Harrison running away from Vince, who was caught up, I believe, in the battle, the 5-car battle. Peter Hunt cutting the track, trying to get alongside Liam Grindman. In the Porsche, there's a yellow flag, I don't know where, and that is Theo Toto, I believe, off track, or maybe not. It's Alex Cruz who was off track. Well, oh, there's a Porsche there nearly ending Peter Harrison's race with an unsafe rejoin, but then he saw Vince and quickly went back off the track. I think he has returned to the garage, but could have been an end, the end to a race for Peter Harrison. I believe that's Leo Vasseur. Yes, it is. A lap down and 38 seconds behind Rens Luhrmann, who doesn't have a rear wing. Rens Luhrmann doesn't have a rear wing, and he's going slowly. Rens Luhrmann going really slow. I don't believe he has an engine anymore. But that's probably going to be the end to the race for him. But yeah, we already have many DNFs. We have Victor Dedicated Gamer, Toby Raceman, Victor Ocon, Nicolo Barcoli, Leonardo Liparelli, and that's how much people have DNF'd. Judo is running away from Peter Harrison, whilst Vince is catching up to Peter Harrison. Top 5 in Ferraris, and then Liam Grindman, in the Porsche, leading the pack with Peter Hunt, Theo Toto, and I believe Mateusz Novak behind him. Mateusz Novak and Theo Toto are separated by 2.3 seconds, so he is not virtually in the fight for P6. What happened to Matteo Hermann? He is 40 seconds behind. Obviously, he had a drive-through. As I think that's unlucky for him. A very good qualifying, but that race start was just it was unlucky from him. Will we see a battle between Vince and Peter Harrison? And if Vince does get past Peter Harrison, will he go and attack Judo? Obviously, we still have 54 minutes left of this race. I don't know why my onboard HUD is glitched, but I'll try sort that out. No, it is the same. I cannot fix that. Hopefully it fixes itself before the actual race I'm commentating. But yeah, Peter Harrison in P2. He is running away from Vince. Oh, what has happened to Liam Grindman? He has fell back quite far. As I believe Peter Hunt has overtaken Liam Grindman. And Theo Toto has as well. Something must have happened there because Mateusz Novak is right on the tail of Liam Grundmann. The gap's 10th and a half between them. Mateusz Novak could have made a move on Liam Grundmann going into the second chicane, but he just decided to stay back as Liam Grundmann has taken the gravel route and is into the barrier. That's a free position for Mateusz Novak. I believe that Matteo Hermann sat on track behind, in front of Hugo. No, sorry. In front of Rens Lumen. Oh no, what is going on here? Yeah, Hugo Bellius doesn't have a rear wing anymore. But Matteo Hermann has got back on track. Sad to see what is happening to Have they come together? Where is Vince and Peter? Vince and Peter Harrison have DNF'd. What has happened between the two drivers? Liam Grundmann in the pits as well. This is quite a shock to see Peter Harrison in the pits just like that. Did they come together and then oh yeah, they were battling. No, I skipped too far. They were battling. Peter Harrison went for the switchback, but then Vince just cut him off, and then Peter went into the back of Peter Harrison, and now they are both out of the race. That gives Judo a very big gap over Stephen Lang. Peter Runt and Theo Toto have moved up a few positions. Liam Grundmann 14 seconds behind Ingo Schweigel and Enzan, who is chasing down Nicholas Eldebert in the Ferrari just now coming out of the first chicane. Alex Cruz going around the outside of Alexis. It's only taken 11 minutes to or maybe even less because Alex Cruz is further down the field. But Judo now has a very big gap over Stephen Lan. Stephen Lan nearly has the same gap to Peter Runt, but Theo Toto has lost a bit of time. Mateusz Novak only a second and a half behind him. Hello? Hello? Right. Mistake from Judo. He's lost a lot of time, and now Stephen Lan is on the back of him. Judo, he doesn't look to have any damage on his car, but he might have had spun somewhere. But yeah, Stephen Lan on the back of Judo, coming out of Parabolic, and now the battle between Peter Runt and Theo Toto has now stabilised itself. Why did I say stabilised? But Alex Cruz running safely. He doesn't have a small gap to anyone. What is it? Matteo Herman just cutting Ascari completely. Don't know what the hell he's doing. Yeah, that's a shame to see him so far back after having a very good quali. Stephen Lan getting past Judo. I did not see that. But yeah, let's keep an eye on this battle between the two Ferraris. One, the customer Ferrari, and the second is the factory team Ferrari. Yeah, Judo had a very bad first sector. He's 6/10 down from Stephen Lan in the first sector, but then he's a 10th quicker in the second sector. There's a yellow flag somewhere, which I don't know where. But Judo seems to have a very good exit, and with the slipstream he might be able to make a move into turn 1. Right on the back of Stephen Lan. He is not going to force a move into turn 1. But yeah, this might turn out to be a very good battle, but if Judo doesn't have as much pace as he needs, it might turn out to be Stephen Lan on the top step of the podium at the end of the race. So we're 15 minutes in, so let's see the mid-race results. We've got Stephen Lan leading the pack in front of Judo, who has a very, very big gap between Peter Runt, 8.6 seconds between the two. And then we've got Theo Toto, who's lost some time. He's got 2.4 seconds to Peter Runt. And then Mateusz Novak, Judo locking up, going into Ascari. He's gaining a lot of time. 2 tenths separate them. I'm going to turn off the mid-race results because we don't really need them, and I'm going to turn on the session info and the tower. There is a full course yellow somewhere. Stephen Lan forcefully getting past the Mante Porsche, and that's built an even bigger gap between Stephen Lan and Judo. That was quite unexpected from the Ferrari driver to just send it on him there. But it seems Stephen Lan has a very good braking ability. Oh my god, it's full again. As it seems, he's pulling away under braking, and on the exit he's now 7 tenths in front of Judo, who was leading this race by a very comfortable gap of 9 seconds until something happened, and then it just all fell down, I guess. But now Stephen Lan and Judo separated by 5 tenths, with Unt 8.6 behind them. We could see Peter Unt joining the battle between the 2 Ferraris as Stephen Lan goes wide out of Ascari, and Judo, this is going to be the only place to overtake Stephen Lan. They are going side by side, going into Parabolica, but a bit of a touch between them unsettles the car of Judo, and the gap goes back to 7 tenths. Stephen Lan weaving on the straight a bit there, but going into turn 1 now, these drivers are going to have the biggest scrap of their lives, as it seems, because the gap is getting smaller. I think Stephen Lan won't give the position easily, as we saw going into Parabolica, from a driver error from Stephen Lan going wide out of Ascari and then hitting Judo, which made his car getting settled. But Peter Unt is the one that's taken out. Is the one that's getting. What am I talking about? I don't know what to say. Well, I've got the word on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't say it. 2 tenths between Stephen Lan and Judo right now. They've got a GT3 car in front of them. Judo tries to go around the outside of Stephen Lan, but doesn't really get the chance to make it stick, as Stephen Lan had to slow down to not go into the back of the Lexus. I believe that is P1. No, it's not. It's P4. Right, they've just taken each other out. I told you this is gonna get very heated. Theo Toto is into the pits. I don't know why, but Peter Unt is going to be, I believe, your new leader, as Stephen Lan is, yeah, he's out of this race. He is in the pits. But until Peter Unt gets past Judo, Peter Unt is in P1, Judo in P2, Mateusz Novak in P3, 10 seconds off of Judo and 9.2 off of Peter Unt, sorry. But there is a penalty for Herman. I don't know who that is. Matteo Herman. There's a penalty for Matteo Herman. What could that be? I do not know. But yeah, Matteo Herman takes out who was it? Leo Lavasseur. Don't know what happened between them. Judo getting past Leo Lavasseur. What happened to Matteo Herman? He's probably gonna get another penalty, which is gonna ruin his race even more. But yeah, Matteo Herman got disqualified. I'm not shocked. After that drive-through, he just got hot-headed and just took it out on everybody else instead of DNFing. Just ruined everybody else's races. But yeah, James Stewart leading comfortably in P1, the gap between them is 1.9 seconds to Marcello Paini, and then G Addy 6 seconds behind Marcello Paini, with Alpha Al Kawari in P4, a second down, I believe. Yes, he is a second down on his class leader, and then it's Daniel Bobby 6 laps down. So there is a lot of DNFs, and that is not good to see, as it was a very good qualifying, but an even worse race, I guess.
Why is iRacing so expensive? Yes, it has a monthly fee, and if you want to drive certain cars or tracks, you have to buy them separately, 10 to 15 euros each. It adds up fast, but here's the thing, you get what you pay for. You can race almost any time against real people from all over the world in proper ranked races. The driving feels incredible, the physics are super realistic, and once you get into it, every other game just kind of feels meh. And if you get good enough, you can even race against Max Verstappen. So yeah, it's expensive, but it's also the best. Why is
Hey man, my new PC is slower than my old PC.
I told you, Walmart PCs are great value, not great PCs.
It's not a Walmart PC, I built it myself.
Jared, you know what I want.
Ryzen 7 7800X3D, 32 gigs of DDR5, 5070 Ti, and a Kingston Gen 5 NVMe.
Yeah, you got a PNY card?
Is there a better card?
It's like the glaze on a Krispy Kreme.
Zach, my problem?
Did you enable Expo?
Obviously.
No, maybe it's your power supply, you know?
ROG Thor 1600 watt.
Jesus, save some for the rest of us.
I did everything right. I don't get why it's slower.
Did you update Windows after installing?
No need, I found a shortcut.
I already hate this. What did you do?
I just cloned my drive. That way I could game right away.
There it is!
Where?
No, your problem, Jared. You can't just clone your drive with new hardware.
Why not? You know your ISP can throttle you if you download too much, right?
Not if you're subscribed.
That doesn't make any sense, but consider me subscribed.
Jared, if you clone your drive, you're gonna have all your old drivers and software fighting with the new ones. That's why your PC is slow.
Why are they fighting?
Because sometimes people fall out of love.
Hey man, my new PC is slow.
I have one of the rarest items in Rocket League, and I had no idea until a friend offered me $300 for it. This red hat is called the Showman's Hopper, and the reason it's so rare is the only way you can get it is if you redeem a code found in a physical Rocket League toy. This little Takumi right here. These were only like $10 when they came out. But the problem is you can't find them anymore. Not on eBay, not on Amazon. You can try, but it's impossible. And the owners of the Takumis probably have no idea they're sitting on a $300 Rocket League item, just like me. And there's one other catch. Once you redeem the code found in the package, you will get the red hat in your account, but you can't trade it away. The only way to make money off of this item is to sell the code before you redeem it. So, did I sell the code to my friend for $300? Nope, I was too curious, so I redeemed the code. Here's what it looks like. I probably should have taken the money. I have one.
Can I get to first against the slowest AI with 10 times the tire wear? We are in Baku heading into turn 1, and you can see the rears are already at 42%, and that's going to increase very, very quickly. We've got Nico pulling off to the side. I think he has some damage. He actually blocked us there. Okay, thank you for that. Albon up the inside of him. Apparently we're going to have a penalty there for illegal overtakes. Tires are already at 60%. We've got Stroll just going to go up the inside. There you go. Ocon and Verstappen. Hopefully they don't pull a Brazil there, going up the inside of both of them. Up to P7, that is huge. We've got Kimi just up ahead there. Okay, we overtook Kimi there, and look at the tires, over 80%. That's actually scary. Oh no, I think we've got a puncture. Okay, that's not good. Norris in front of us, he's defending. I don't know why. Both rear tires have a puncture right now. Alonso going up the castle section, and okay, that was my bad. We're in P4 though. We have to pull some miracle to overtake these guys. Russell up ahead, and that's a puncture right there, and we're at the wall. Okay.
I have 5 attempts to hit 800 kph. This is my 4th time trying this. So let's end it today. Holy crap. 190. That's my fastest pinch ever. Okay, I'm now at 610 kph. The goal is to get down to 0 or past 0. And I only have 4 pitches remaining. 3 more after this. Okay, 146. That's not bad. So if you guys did the math, I need to average about 160 kph per pinch. Or actually exactly 160 per pinch. That first pinch set me up for greatness. Second one, not so much. This one looks fast. Dude, we are on track to win today. We are on track to win today. Okay, I'm at 301, 2 pinches remaining. I just need to get 2 150 kph pinches, and it's GG. I win. And that looks good. That might be 150. 155. It's the day. Today's the day. I got my personal record pinch in this video. 1 shot remaining. I just need to get 146 or higher. If I don't win today, I might just give up on this challenge. Come on, please. That looks slow. Please. No, I threw. I'm not sure if I even want to try this again. Let me know in the comments. I have 5 attempts to hit 800 kph. This is my 4th time trying this. So let's end it today. Holy crap. 190. That's my fastest pinch ever. Okay, I'm now at 610 kph. The goal is to get down to 0 or past 0. And I only have 4 pitches remaining. 3 more after this. Okay, 146. That's not bad. So if you guys did the math, I need to average about 160 kph per pinch. Or actually exactly 160 per pinch. That first pinch set me up for greatness. Second one, not so much. This one looks fast. Dude, we are on track to win today. We are on track to win today. Okay, I'm at 3